The Hash It Out Show is brought to you by Barreto Home Solutions, Bayou Audio and Video, Hot Works on the North Shore, JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington, Lil Dizzy's Cafe, The Green Law Firm, personal injury attorney, Kaylin Parker of Magnolia Wealth Strategies, Moe's Pizza, Lance's AC and Heating, CC's Children Blocks, The Pierre Family in Lafayette, Louisiana, Drums,
Hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move, 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 move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. 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 Hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move, 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 move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB, the sports guy. And, this is a show that is mainly about high school sports in Louisiana. Yeah, we go over the Saints and we go over the LSU, talk a little about Tulane from here and there, every now and then, but not too much because it's a high school sports show. We showing love to the sports here in Louisiana. But every now and then, like I said, we'll talk about college sports. And today we will talk about the NBA. And it's not a lot of times where you find a teenager who can tell you about past and present players. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me today is the one, the only, Calubious. What's up, Calubious?
What is up?
Calubious.
Thank you for having
Hey,
me. It is a very good pleasure. Sorry, it cut out. My fault. It's very nice of you to have me on here again. I'm very honored, and I will enjoy our chat about the top 30 greatest players of all time.
oh, I'm going to enjoy this too because I'm really am intrigued to see who you have as your top 30 NBA players of all time. Like, you don't get this a lot now from a 15-year-old kid, so you have to do a lot of studying, which I already know you have because you're very insightful when it comes to players from the
Yes,
past and
sir.
players of present day. So I'm very intrigued and very excited to see who you have in your top 30. And hey, hey, Broom.
Hey.
Hey, Broom. I think I know who that is, Mr.
I think
Calubius.
so too.
Yeah.
I think
What's
I know
up,
who it is
Broom?
too.
All right. So we got Mr. Calubius joining us today. And Mr. Calubius, let's go without further ado. Let us know numbers 30 through 26 of your top 30.
All right. Number 30. Obviously, 30 isn't too shabby, so no disrespect to this guy. Patrick Ewing.
Oh, you
All
kinda
right.
changed your list up a little bit from the one you sent me. Okay, I got you though. Go ahead. Patrick
I
Ewing,
did.
number
I
30.
did. I did change it. I did. I had to redo some stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 29, Allen Iverson.
Mhm.
Number 28, Moses Malone.
Mhm.
Number 27, John Stockton. And number 26, Bill Walton.
Okay, so we have Patrick Ewing at number 30, Allen
Correct.
Iverson at 29, Moses
Yes.
Malone at 28, Stockton 27. Hey, did I skip somebody?
No, you didn't.
Okay, Stockton at 27 and Bill Walton at 26. Okay.
Correct.
All right. I don't have a problem with Patrick Ewing at number 30. I don't have a problem with Allen Iverson at number 29. I don't have a problem with Moses Malone at number 28. John
John.
Stockton got to get out of the top 30. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my.
Yes, yes, I know he's the number one leader in assists and steals. I get it. He had a great jumper. Yes, he did. But John Stockton is not top 30. I'm sorry.
You know, there's the all those things. He doesn't have a championship, no MVP, nothing significant besides his two records.
Hmm.
But he is second all time in points responsible for, which is, in my opinion, a really big deal. So that's why I have him this high.
Okay.
I might have considered him pushing him back,
Hmm.
but just because he's probably top three at his position all time, then I gotta include him. I gotta include him in my
Okay.
top 30.
Okay. And that's your list, and I will respect your list. I can disagree with it though. I can
Oh
disagree.
yeah, yes you can.
Yeah. See, John Stockton, yeah, he was a good player. Yes, he was. I I won't disagree with that. He was a great player. But I'm going to say this. Number one, John Stockton shouldn't have been on the dream team. No. And
Oh,
another point guard that I would put before John Stockton that I think deserves to be in the top 30, and I really don't like him that much, but hey, I have to give credit where credit is due, and that is Isaiah Thomas of the Detroit
oh,
Pistons.
that's right. He was a dog. He was part
Yeah.
of those bad boy Pistons.
Yeah. Yes.
He was good. He was very good, and he just. I mean, he doesn't obviously have all the like. Sorry, I'm losing my words.
You
He
okay?
doesn't have all the accomplishments that you might want in a top 30 player, but he is very good. I mean, I won't put it past him. He's very good. Him and John Stockton. I didn't think about Isaiah Thomas. You're right. That's very good. I might next time I'm on a podcast talking about my top 30 NBA players, might have to change that up.
That's cool. That's cool. I respect that. I respect that. Um, yeah, I would have Isaiah Thomas there. Right around where you have him, had John Stockton. Now Bill Walton, he got to go. Bill Walton has to
No.
go. Yes, he does. He is not top 30, and this is why I say he's not top 30. Bill Walton only had 4 good years in the NBA. Four. Four.
Yeah. There's the only. I mean, he had those 4 good years, but the
Important.
problem is injuries. But then when he came back, he was good on the Celtics and got a six man of the year.
He was good for 1 year with the Celtics, the year he got the sixth man of the year. But other than that, Bill Walton was done. I I would not have Bill Walton in the top 30.
I
Not at
mean,
all.
two-time championship MVP and a six man of the year. That's pretty good.
You could
I mean,
say that's pretty good. You could say that. You could say that, but
that's
I'm
better
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
that's better accolades than most other people
I can agree with
could
that, but
dream of
I'm
in the
going
NBA.
I'm going to say this. You say that Bill Walton got 2 championships, a Finals MVP, and a sixth man of the year. Okay, so you got Bill Walton in your top 30, but you don't have Manu Ginobili for the Spurs, who got multiple six man of the year and 4 NBA championships.
Yeah. Well, but he wasn't a main. main like MVP winner, star player on his team. He was never the best player on
Ooh,
his
I like
team.
that answer. I like that answer. Yet you are correct on that. Okay. Okay, man. Calubious trying to put JB the sports guy in his place. Oh man, oh man. George Peppers, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, so Calubius has Patrick Ewing at number 30. He did a little changing. Patrick Ewing at
Okay.
30, Iverson at 29, Moses Malone 28, John Stockton 27, Bill Walton at 26. I disagree with Stockton and Walton. I said they need to be gone. I would replace John Stockton with Isaiah Thomas. Bill Walton, you could throw him to the back somewhere. That's just me. What do you think?
First of all, you're going to dismiss the most prolific passer in the history of the NBA, John Stockton. The
Yes.
man has all the records. Hold on. Let's talk. Now, the floor is mine, sir. Right?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. You Shaw boys need to get to the back. Let the errand man take the roost. I'm talking
Wait,
noise
wait.
now.
Only one star guy here. That's it. Not
I know.
Calubius.
Bluebeard's on. We go to school, that dude.
What did he
What
say?
school do you go?
Where do you go to school? High school.
Oh, I go to school Central. I go to Central Private. Not a very good
Oh,
school.
okay. I
That's why
got
I
you.
got to watch this show to know anything
Oh,
good about
okay.
sports.
When he said
No
Central, I was
offense,
like, oh,
going
wow. They
from
just won
a back.
state. Okay. Not that Central. I got you.
Yeah, Central
I
Campus.
got you. But no, anyway, John Stockton, one of the most prolific passers in the history of the NBA, one of the most dynamic combinations, him and Karl Malone, in and out, dishing it in and really being that good. Was he a great shooter? No. Defender? Uh,
He,
Yeah, he was
yeah,
good.
he leads.
So,
He has the record in steals. He's. I wouldn't say that's bad.
yeah. I mean, the Western Conference was bereft of really good teams back in those. It was a top-heavy Western Conference in its time,
Yeah,
I think. With the Rockets, the Spurs, the
Philly.
Jazz, Portland. There's one guy I'm kind of a little out of on your list, and Clyde the Glide Drexler.
Clyde Drexler top 30? You put Clyde
I don't know,
Drexler in the
dude.
top
I
30?
mean, Drexler was an incredible player. I mean, but see,
Oh man.
here's where you argue the
I'm
apples.
gonna have to agree with Jay.
I'm putting Scottie Pippen over Clyde Drexler, but go ahead.
But here's where the apples and oranges part of the argument gets in because there's more than 30 players that can make this list.
Of course.
True. I
Oh,
think we can all
100%.
agree. I think there's no doubt.
There's more than 30
Uh,
players that can make a top.
but you got Rick Barry on your list at 21.
Hold on,
At
wait,
20.
stop. We not there yet.
You're spoiling the list.
You
What are you
spoiling the list. We
doing?
just did 30 to
Okay.
26. Slow it down. We about to get to the next part. About to get to the next
30.
part.
But
All
Patrick,
right.
why 30?
Why 30 for Patrick Ewing,
Okay,
Calubius?
so I decided. Oh, I have some note cards. Let me get my note cards out. Give
He's
me a second.
ready.
All right. So I originally had Allen Iverson at 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
you flipped it.
I look at all these guys' accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
So on my Patrick Ewing card, it says Rookie of the Year,
Mm-hmm,
11-time All Star, All
mm-hmm,
NBA First Team.
mm-hmm.
That's it. No
2
MVP,
trips to
no
the
Defensive
NBA
Player of
Finals.
the Year. Made finals, sure, we'll go with that. He made a finals. No championship, no MVP, no major award besides Rookie of the Year, and one All NBA First Team in his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
For my Allen Iverson card, I have an MVP. It says led a bad team to the finals and had an incredible performance in that finals, but he
Mm-hmm.
had to go against a team with Shaq and Kobe. So I wouldn't.
Mission Impossible.
I just I can't put Iverson under Ewing.
I hear you.
I have no problem with you. I have no problem with that.
Oh, and I also
Um,
have something else. I have something
okay.
else on that card. He is I don't know if y'all knew this. He's the only player in the history of the NBA to outscore Michael Jordan individually in matchups.
He's the only
So
one. Yes, I knew that.
when
That's true.
Iverson played Jordan, okay, so y'all did know that. So when
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iverson played Jordan, Iverson scored more in their
that,
Mm-hmm.
careers.
that's
I mean,
correct.
obviously it was the latter end of Jordan's career, but
Yeah.
so
You're talking
And I
about a
think
past the prime, Michael, at that point. But still, Michael was dangerous in any aspect, and I know we'll talk about that later. But this list at 27, 30 to 26. I mean, I see Moses Malone, and I get the retro.
I
He
got a
was a
problem.
terrific.
I ain't got a problem with Moses Malone
I
being
don't
there.
either because that dude was a monster on the inside, and
Hmm.
he actually had a halfway decent shot too. He could
Yes,
get his own. He could actually shoot it a little bit too. Was he prolific? No, but he was a guy that when they needed him to, because his role was clearly defined, was to be the enforcer in the middle and just be that dude defensively to just change the game. Do like that. What he was on the same team with Chocolate Thunder, Dal Dawkins,
that's right.
and Dr. J, and those teams, and Andrew Toney. That was a loaded Philadelphia team back in those days. So I get Moses being there, and the fact that you have him on your list, I applaud. The elder statesman of this triumvirate. I applaud that. Moses Malone, I saw play. This dude can go, and for you to acknowledge that, it's cool. It's really cool stuff.
All right. I'm gonna say this right quick before we get to the next part of his list. Um, so that Iverson outscoring, yes, and I think Chauncey Billups is the only NBA player that has a winning record over Michael Jordan.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, only one.
Well, he's
All
not
right.
on the top, so that's why we
Nah,
weren't
he's
going to
not
talk.
top 30. No, he's not top 30. All right, here we go. I need your 25 through 21.
All right. So now that you didn't like my you're not gonna like these picks
Okay.
either. That's all right. We're gonna go ahead and go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yo Malone, Carl Malone at 23.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash, Dwayne Wade at 22,
Okay.
and Scottie Pippen at 21.
All right. So I don't have a problem with Giannis. I don't have a problem with Jokic. I don't have a problem with Carl. I don't have a problem with Dwayne Wade. Well, we get to 21. When it comes, D Fox and Million says he hopes to see Russell Westbrook. We'll see. We're gonna see what his list holds. So just keep
We'll
watching.
see. We'll see.
Just keep watching, man. Subscribe to this page. Hit the like, share it, let everybody know. D Fox and Million. Um, when it comes to Scottie Pippen, man, this is like the biggest question mark to me. Because I will sit here and tell people Scottie Pippen did not deserve to be on the dream team. I will tell you that to your face. When it comes to top 30, though, he is a question mark because I look at people like James Harden. Could James Harden be ahead of him? But James Harden doesn't have 6 titles. That's what they're going to tell you. I even thought about Walt Walt Frazier, and you know, Scotty's a big question mark. I would move Scotty back some. I would, to tell you the truth. And I even thought about Kawhi Leonard, who is really a better player than Scottie Pippen. Kawhi got 2 finals MVPs, but you think
Yes.
about Kawhi, just the injuries. That's a question mark too. Like, does does Kawhi deserve to be in the top 30? It's a big question mark with Kawhi. Um, so when it comes to Scottie Pippen, to me, man, yeah, he was the sidekick to Michael Jordan. He was. And then when Scottie
Yeah.
went to Houston, Scottie still wasn't the guy that took over. When he went to Portland, he was like the third option. Ah, it's just the fact that I'm not going to disagree and I'm not going to agree.
Yeah.
I will push him back some. George, what are your thoughts on his Go ahead, Calubious. Go ahead, right quick. Go ahead.
On my note card, I have a 60.
Yeah.
Carried
No, no, no,
what
no.
Jordan did
Wait,
go in
wait,
or
stop. Stop.
top
What you mean Scottie Pippen carried Michael Jordan? What you mean?
by my
Oh wait,
miss her.
Hold
Carried
on.
by
Hold on, Calubius. Stop, stop, stop. You keep breaking up. You keep breaking up. Let's try it again.
Pippen carried
now he's
Hold on.
echoing.
Yeah, hold on, Calubius.
his
Hold on. Calubius, can you hear me? He's
Yes, I
rolling,
can.
but we can't hear him. He's breaking up bad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, good. So what do you mean Scottie Pippen carried Michael Jordan? Let's try to get it.
No, oh, sorry. Yeah, carried by Michael Jordan.
Oh,
He was carried
Okay.
by Michael.
gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
carried by
He was
Michael
carried by
Jordan.
Michael.
However, without him when he went. Yeah, he went. He had some success without that 495 team. Whenever they got knocked out in the second round by the Magic, he led that team to a pretty good record without Jordan. So that's why some credibility with him being in the top.
Oh, man. They like to go back to that 1994 season. They love to go to that season, George.
But that's his.
That's his what best season ever,
But
right?
like you put out. That is probably his best season ever. Yeah.
Um, they like to go back to that season, 94. But then you got to think about the pieces that was also on that team that was on that team. I mean, Steve Kerr was there. I'm trying to think whoever else. So there was more pieces to this team. But yeah, Scotty was the guy for that team. But what happened a year later? The Bulls weren't even
I mean
he
Jordan
came, but
carried.
Jordan came for the last
Yeah.
17 games of the regular season. The
Yeah.
Bulls were barely about to make the playoffs. And I think they got in as a 6 seed, won the first round, and then lost to the Magic. So we talk about Scottie Pippen being the man. Well, that second year without Jordan, what happened? This is what I try to tell people. Like, Scott, man, Mike never won with Scotty. Correct. I get it. Kobe never won without Shaq. Those first three titles. I get it. I get
Oh,
it. I understand
I'm sorry. I just saw a
what you
comment.
saw.
I saw a comment on the side. Two comments on the side that are making me a little. Not that one. No.
You
The
good?
next one. That one.
Gavin McDonald, he's entitled to his own opinion, but majority of the world would tell him he's wrong. George, your thoughts on Calubious list, 25 through 21.
I mean, the most polarizing number is Scotty because for 94 feet, this guy was one of the better wing defenders in the NBA. He could play. He utilized the court, the full court, to his maximum ability. My problem with Scotty is that he wasn't the quintessential team guy. Go back to game 3, the Knicks up 2-zip in Chicago. They're drawing up a play, and Kukoc, by
No.
design, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Kukoc,
Game. Yeah.
by design, was getting the last shot. Scotty sulked like a baby, and Jackson did not put him in the game.
No, Scotty didn't
That
go in. Scotty didn't go in.
no, Jackson put him out. He said,
No,
"Uh,
Scotty didn't go in. Scotty wasn't going in.
yeah, he
Scotty
Unfortunately,
wasn't
wanted
going
the
watch
in."
it
Scotty
live.
wanted
So
the Scotty wanted the shot. Phil said
He
no.
wanted the shot and he wasn't getting it because the plan was for Tony to get it. And Tony, and look, as a Knicks fan, it kills me because that whole sequence turned the series. It did.
But the Knicks still won though in 7.
I mean, Chicago won. No, they didn't.
The Knicks won.
They lost
No, the
that
Knicks won in
series.
7.
Not that series.
The Knicks won in 7. Yes, they did.
No,
This is 94.
they
This is when the big
90.
fight
No,
happened
the
in
93. It was the
yes.
93 season. 93, 94.
No, the year Scotty didn't want to take the shot, that was 94. Mike
93,
wasn't
94.
there.
Okay,
Yes, 94. Yes,
but
that's what I mean. Yes. No Mike.
basis argument. The
Yes.
basis argument is, and Gavin McDonald, you're entitled to your opinion, buddy, but I'd have to get you checked for that one. A psych eval would be in order. Um, you know, I don't really have a major issue with the 25 to 21.
Mhm.
Because Giannis, listen, when we talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, a big that dribbles the ball like a guard, that's got a smooth shot, that defends like the cows coming, like I don't know what. Jokic is just the most prolific scorer we are seeing in this age. He is very prolific. He can get you 30 in his sleep. Um, and who's next? Um,
Um, it was
Paul Malone.
Karl Malone. Karl Malone.
That was John Stockton's tag team partner, and
Yeah.
Malone. I think the vilification of Karl Malone. There's one thing was that play where Jordan picked his pocket for the sixth title at
Mm-hmm.
the Delta Center. That play where Malone caught the pass of Stockton and wasn't paying attention, and Michael snuck in and got it. But Michael did that to a lot of people. He wasn't the only one. He got victimized.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do all that. And we have a 20. Oh, Jesus. Man. He,
Yeah. What else you got?
Dwayne, Dwayne Wade is a carry down for uh, the year they got to the final and got knocked off. They had the career he had with Miami, you know, right? I don't think there's any argument. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at the comments. I'm sorry. Um, but I,
Don't stop looking at the comments.
Scotty,
Worry about us. Don't worry about the comments.
I'm worried
A
about.
lot of his
I'm just
favorite
looking at
friends are
that
here watching the
wardrobe
comments.
malfunction. I'm just looking at that Shaw hat, man. That's just disgrace. I'm just kidding. Um,
Love it.
I hear you, brother. Alumni do can say that though. It be oh wow. Um, for me, I'm not as bullish on Scotty, but I do recognize what game recognizes game. That dude can go. For
Yeah.
94 feet, he was a full court player. I just will knock him down a peg or two, Calubius, because I feel like
Yeah.
he wasn't on the court. Yeah, off the court. It's like when you're in the middle of a strategic session and you going in there and you're being asked to delegate and you don't. No, then you're gonna get knocked down a peg or two from me. To me, that's where I knock Scotty down a few pegs because he wasn't the quintessential team player. He left Chicago. He was Winston. Who was he
Yep.
with in Portland? JB. Who did he run with
Oh,
in
he had
Portland?
Steve Smith, Brian Grant, Rasheed
Steve Smith.
Wallace.
Yeah, he had a lot of dogs in that team, did he not? Where did Portland
Yes,
wind
he
up in
did.
relevancy? Scotty was not a
They
guy
lost to the Lakers.
that could carry teams to championships. He proved that when he left Chicago. And that's the other part that knocks it down for me. That he wasn't that dude.
Yeah.
No, all right. Let's
Yeah.
move
I
on.
can see that.
Oh no, hold your ground. You want Scotty at 21. Hold your ground. Say Scotty is 21. Don't back down. Hold your ground.
No, I'm not changing my list, but I understand what he's saying. I'm not gonna
Okay.
bash down on what he's saying. It makes sense, but I respect what he says. I'm not gonna say anything bad about what he says. I mean,
Okay. That's cool.
sounds
That's
fine
cool.
to me.
All right. Aiden, go ahead and type your question in. While you type your question in, we're gonna go ahead to numbers 20
20.
to 16. Yes, 20 to 16.
Mm-hmm.
20 to 16. 2016,
Yeah.
2016. All right. So the list I sent y'all does not even have one of these players in it. He got
Okay.
absolutely added in last second. Number 20, George Mikan. All right. Number
Okay.
19, Jerry West. Number
Okay.
18, David Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
17, Kevin Garnett. 16, Mr. Triple Double himself. Not Russell Westbrook, Oscar Robertson. Sorry, D. Foxamillion.
All
Sorry.
right. Aiden White asked me who's my top 5 greatest hockey players. Oh man. Wayne Gretzky.
And that's it. That's all I know.
That's all you know. Wayne Gretzky, your boy in Washington. The two players in that played for Pittsburgh, Chris Chelios and Brian can't think of his last name for the New York Rangers. That's 6 players I named. See, you try to get me, but I do got people. All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this, man. All right, so you said number 20 was
What?
George Mikan, right?
My 20 was George Mikan, correct.
All right, 19 was who?
19 was Jerry West.
Jerry West. then David Robinson, Kevin Garnett, and the Big O, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. What about you, George? Is that good with you? I don't have a problem with that. George Mikan might be a little bit of a question mark, in my
I
opinion.
mean,
Here on
that's
previous.
a guy I didn't look again. Not disclosing age, but I did not see George Mikan play, so I can't speak to what relics are relics. I prefer to watch games live and situational stuff. Um, David Robinson was that dude. I remember watching that guy when he was at the United States Naval Academy. When he and then he went to San Antonio and
Yeah.
won a ton of titles there. What did they win? 4 titles, 5 titles, I think. Jared, you're the
They won.
Spurs fan here.
They won five.
Gar-
Robinson only won
Garnett.
a two.
See, Kevin Garnett. I don't hate him. I don't hate Kevin Garnett. He's a smooth shooter and he's a pretty good rebounder. Um, and then you got the logo in there, Jerry West, who I think is one of the best Lakers that
Yeah.
has ever played the game.
Uh huh.
Jerry West was such a facilitator and just a natural shooter. He was so natural with his shot. And wait, who else do you
Yeah.
have? I mean, I really don't have a lot. I mean, except for Mikan, but Mikan. It's not an indictment to me. It's more that I didn't see him play, and I don't know. I
Yeah. I
just
understand.
I get that. And where is Dirk? He's probably laid up with somebody right now, for all we know.
Oh
Uh,
God, George.
Nowitzki. That's the
Still,
Dirk.
George.
Here's the
We got
list for Dirk
kids.
Nowitzki.
We got
He's the
kids,
number.
George.
Wait, he's the number two flopper in the history of the NBA. Guess who's number one?
I think we're gonna get to Dirk pretty
LeBron.
soon.
No, Dirk Nowitzki. No, she put Dirk Nowitzki. Whoever this D Foxamillion is, Dirk Nowitzki is the number two flopper in the history of the NBA. Different
Number
category.
one's LeBron.
No, Vlade Divac.
Yeah, I
LeBron's
That
put
number
Vlade
guy,
one.
you
Divac
could
number one.
sneeze
Yeah,
on that guy.
yeah,
That guy
Vlade
was
Divac.
rolling on the ground. This is one you didn't see, Calubious. Vlade Divac would be, he would, but dunk, if you breathed on him wrong, he would hit the ground and act like his hamstring was pulled. JB, am I right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
you're
mean,
definitely right, boy. Vlade
I
was
mean, my
biggest
man was.
flopper
You couldn't
before
even.
flopping was even big.
I know. And then you talk about LeBron, and then yeah, LeBron. Look, they do it now to get calls, and they've done that for years. That's before you, and it'll
Yeah.
happen after all three of us are gone.
Yeah,
So, and that takes away from the game, and that's another discussion. But again, this list is okay. It's just
yep,
pretty solid.
I'm with
I,
it.
I have a solid opinion of this list, though. Of this at this juncture.
Definitely. All right, Calubius, let's go 15 to 11.
All right. All right. Number 15, Dr. J, Julius
Mm-hmm.
Erving. Number 14, Hakeem
Okay.
Olajuwon. Number 13, Kevin Durant. Number 12, the guy we mentioned earlier, Dirk
All right,
Nowitzki.
Dirk.
Um, and number 11, Shaquille
Killing to
O'Neal.
everybody that's watching, man. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend by sharing this. Hit the likes and everything. We appreciate each and every one of y'all that are here today. All right. Um, Calubius, what I'm gonna say is this. I like this list, 15 through 11. Okay. I'm gonna say that to me, my opinion, Shaq has to be in the top 10. That's my opinion. Shaq is top 10 of any top 30 right now. So I would have Shaq in the top 10. But I think Dr. J, Hakeem, you can flip flop KD and Dirk if you want to. That's up to y'all because I don't think it even
Yeah.
matter who's in front of who right now.
Yeah.
So KD and Dirk, but that's pretty good right there. You're 15 through 11. But I would have Shaq in the top 10. What you got, George?
I would put Hakeem ahead of Dirk.
You put Hakeem
Olajuwon
Olajuwon ahead of Dirk.
ahead
Okay,
of Dirk. Yeah,
okay,
Olajuwon schooled Patrick Ewing in the '94 finals. Schooled him, made him look. He was Barishnikov, and Patrick Ewing looked like a drunk on the corner. That was a mismatch in that final. And as good as Patrick was, he couldn't do nothing with Hakeem.
okay.
Olajuwon won 2 titles back to back. He remember they swept the Shaquille O'Neal Orlando Magic team the next year in
Yeah,
'95. That was the 2 years that Jordan wanted
Yeah.
to be a Birmingham Baron. So, Again, another
Mhm.
story for another day. But I would put Hakeem ahead of Dirk. Dirk, for as good a scorer as he was, what else did he do well? He couldn't defend. I didn't think he was a. To me, he was
No,
grossly overrated as a defender. His mo was to the basketball and shoot anyone on the court. He could get his own shot. 7 footers that shoot threes on the regular are pretty good, but I'll take the more complete guy in Olajuwon and put him ahead. If there's a discrepancy for me, that's it. But Dirk, you have him 12th, and you got him right. Wait, let me see. Let me double check just to be sure. You got him right under the foothold of Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal in any list has to be top 10. Any
Yeah, I
list you
agree.
make.
Yeah.
Because Shaquille was revolutionary. Going back to his LSU days, you know, how he shared the court with
agree.
Stanley Roberts. How he shared the court with Stanley Roberts is like Stanley could ate his way out of college basketball. Um, Wait, what?
Calubious breaking up again.
Yeah,
Hold on,
it's
Calubious. Hold on. Hold on.
it's all right, Ghost Rider. We're good.
Uh-huh.
But um again, reiterating, Shaq coming out of LSU, Jared, was special. I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
dude was, and then look what he did at the NBA level. Uh,
Yeah.
he- is there any question? Although, is there any question what Shaq
No.
is
Oh, no.
at
Nah.
all?
I'm
And
with
and
you.
there are people that will downgrade Shaq because he wasn't a dominant. There are people that make this asinine
Dominant,
claim that Shaq wasn't as dominant as we thought.
Without a doubt. Calubious, what you got to say?
dominant. What? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. Your
Breaking up.
friend's being.
I
No, he
couldn't
just
hear what
said
you
that
Oh,
Shaq
said.
deserves to be in the top 10. That's all. I got you,
that's
Joe.
it.
Yeah, Shaq deserves to be in the top
Yeah,
10.
we good.
That's it.
Oh, okay. All right. I heard all that and more than one. I couldn't.
It's
No,
all
there are
good. It's
people.
all
No,
good.
there are people. The detractors of Shaq would say to you or to anybody, and be like, "Well, Shaq wasn't the player that everybody thinks he was. It was illusional." And I got another word for them: delusional. To say some nonsense like that, it's like Shaquille O'Neal had hands like a point guard. He could get up and down the floor. But have you ever seen him dribble court to court? Jared, full court. Am I right
Yeah,
or
yeah,
wrong?
yeah. Shaq had some
That
finish.
dude dribbled that like Chris Jackson at LSU or Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, whatever you want to call him. But he had hands like a point guard and he could pass it. Shaquille, if he saw triple teams were coming, he would kick it out.
He
And
was a good
Shaquille's
passer.
game was more complete. He's a very good. I mean, people don't recognize he had great hands.
Yeah.
Not just the rebound, but to
Yeah.
pass the ball and to dribble it. He was like Reggie Miller, dribbling the basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody tell Aiden White, no, I do not have a low taper fade. I am bald headed. So there's no fade. There's
Well,
nothing
I
to
don't know what
go
the
to.
heck I wrote. I mean,
So this it's all good, man. This is high school kids. Gotta love them.
I
All right,
like
Calubius. We enter your top
my,
10, 10 through
let's
6.
go.
Let's go.
all right. Russell, number 10. Larry 9. Magic Johnson, number 8. Wilt, greatest power forward of all time. Tim Duncan,
Okay,
number
so hold on.
6.
Let me get this right. Bill Russell's number 10, right? Who's number 9 again?
Larry Bird,
Who's number 8?
Magic Johnson,
Number 7?
Wilt Chamberlain.
And Tim Duncan's number 6. Okay. All right.
Correct.
All right. All right. Um, I I would have Magic in the top 5. My opinion. Magic Johnson, definitely top 5. That's just I just can't see Magic not being in the top 5. Um, Tim Duncan, number 6. I can see it, and I can see Tim Duncan at 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe even number 11. I can see it. Be honest with you. Um, Larry Bird at 9. I think I'm moving Larry Bird up a little bit, just a little bit. Larry Bird, man. Larry Bird was a bad boy, George. You know that. We saw him play, and
Yeah, he was. He
Oh,
was good.
was he good? My goodness,
Good.
my goodness. So Bill Russell at 10, I don't have a problem with it. Magic, top 5 to me. Larry Bird could be moved up a little bit. Wilt at 7, I don't have a problem with it. Tim Duncan, you can move him in between 11 and 6, in my opinion. George, what you got?
Again, full disclosure, that man was Kobe before Kobe was Kobe. As far as clutch shots, just clutch ability, the fact that he could hit shots, and everybody's going to remember the pickpocket that he did against Detroit in '87.
Ooh,
Remember,
woo.
remember that?
There was a lot of
Because
hurt
that was
feelings from that one,
because
man. A lot of hurt
because
feelings.
there were, but remember the Pistons team, that was a team close to winning a title, and they could have
Mhm.
won it had that play not happened. That
Yep.
series was 2-2, and the Pistons were ahead. And Larry Bird said, "Hold up, boys, we're not getting beat at Boston Garden tonight," and snatched I I forgot who he picked it off. Was it Isaiah?
It was
I don't
passing
remember.
to Isaiah, and Bird picked it off,
And
and
Bird
he
got in
just
the way.
good boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bird got in the way and said, "Hold up, boys, we're not losing this one." You got Will the Stilt in there too, and
Yeah.
everybody's going to remember the 100-point game and this night he was a horrible free throw shooter, but so was Shaq.
Yeah.
So was
Yeah.
Shaq. So what are we arguing? So what are we arguing in that respect? And you didn't mention Tim Curry, Steph Curry,
Hold on, man. Wait. Why you keep saying Steph Curry? He changed his list around. His wait. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient.
and you mentioned Tim Duncan. I'll give you Tim Duncan, greatest power forward you've ever seen in history, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Jared, I know
The
you're a
Bengals.
Spurs fan.
Yes.
I know you're a Spurs fan, sir. But Paul
Spurs.
Malone doesn't have that argument.
Hmm. Karl Malone not better than Tim Duncan.
The mailman doesn't
No.
doesn't have
Karl Malone not better than Tim Duncan.
no equal rebounder, equal defender.
Wait. What?
Malone
Equal
was a
defender.
prolific rebounder.
Tim Duncan better. Tim Duncan was a better defender, better rebounder.
Wait. I have a question.
What you
To
got?
Go ahead.
George.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you said Carl Malone. You said Carl Malone and George and Tim Duncan are a coin flip.
I
Is
think
that what you're
so.
saying?
I think so.
Okay.
Look,
So
if you're giving me
I
an
want.
edge, I would lean Tim.
Okay. I want I want you to go to Carl Malone's house and see how many rings he has on his
Zero.
finger, and then go to Tim Duncan's house
Hey,
and see how many
hold
rings
on.
he has on his
Let's.
finger.
Oh, he's taking shots. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna say this though. I mean, was it Tim Duncan didn't have to play Michael Jordan in the finals, so Karl Malone did twice, and they got schooled twice.
Tim Duncan played Shaq and Kobe in the
He did.
finals. Not sorry, not Shaq.
Oh, he played Shaq. He couldn't play Kobe because Kobe was in LA.
Oh, that's right. He did play Shaq.
He did play Shaq, and
He played Kobe too. 98. 98.
made that
98 conference
Shaq.
finals. He played them.
should have
Played them
won.
both.
And arguably,
Swept them. Swept
Tim
them.
Duncan, the series San Antonio lost when Ray Allen hit that miracle shot in Game 6. That's a series the Spurs had under control, and it got away, and they wound up losing in Game 7. So arguably, you
That's
could
the
say
only game ever that I said Greg Popovich lost as a coach. He lost that
he
game
did.
because he
Because how
took
do you
out
let
Tim
Ray Allen
Duncan
get? How do you
during the
let
free
Ray
throw.
Allen
During a
kick
free
out?
throw. Because he took out Tim Duncan. There's no
Yeah.
Tim Duncan to get the rebound.
Mm-mm.
We could be right here saying Tim Duncan got 6 rings.
Exactly, but he's got 5.
Yeah.
It should have been 6, arguably. And I remember watching that game live, and I'm like, they on that sequence when Ray Allen hit the to win the game
Yeah.
for San Antonio to tie that series at 3, and the Spurs arguably should have won, and they tactically lost it.
That was it.
Yeah. But
All right. So we just went over 10 through 6. Now we have the final 5. 5 through 1. And I got a feeling who's number 5 already. But go ahead, Mr. Calubious. Give us your top 5.
all right. The greatest player to play his number 5, Stephen Curry. Number 4, Kareem. Number three, LeBron. Number two, the second greatest player to play his position of all, the greatest of all time, 6-time NBA championship, 5-time MVP, 1-time defensive rookie of the year in 1985, sorry. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah, man. All right. Good. Look now. Steph Curry at number five.
Yeah,
No.
I already know I'm about to get some hate for the Steph Curry take.
Steph Curry number five. No. I am putting Steph Curry within the top 15, probably around 12, 11, right there. Be honest with you. Maybe number 11. All right. Maybe 10,
Right?
maybe 10, but no, he's Steph Curry top five. No. Um, your top four is good.
There's only one there's only one thing about what you Steph Curry is one of the probably the second most or the third most influential player in basketball history. And that's got to be taken into account. He led his team to all four championships. He has the one where it was really him that led him. He had the one in 2015 where he had prime Klay Thompson. He had the one in 2017 and 18 where he had Kevin Durant on his team. But he did lead his team to that 2022 NBA championship. So I'm going to say that's more winning with Kareem all those times.
Man, I mean, Magic got 5 rings, and
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's a 3-time NBA MVP.
he could very easily have 5 rings. Would have called could easily have 5 rings right now if called goaltending on LeBron when they were.
That wasn't goaltending though. That wasn't
That was a
goaltending.
clean
That was a
block.
clean block. No, it
That was
didn't.
the
The backboard.
greatest
No, it
chase
didn't.
down in NBA final. No, that was a great chase down. LeBron swatted that like a fly. I mean, that was a clean block. One of the
Clean
greatest.
block.
Exactly. But you got Curry in your top five, and I'm not going to begrudge that. I wouldn't. Magic Johnson's got to be in my top five ahead of Curry. It's just,
Definitely.
to me,
Yes.
I saw Magic play, and that dude revolutionized.
See, if
But
exactly.
Magic Johnson revolutionized the guard position. Okay, 6'9" guys back in those days weren't supposed to do what he did, to pass it and shoot it and be the defender that he was. Curry, you're right. He should have had, the title you're talking about, but how do you leave Kyrie Irving wide open on a three when the
No,
Cavs were down
he didn't.
3-1?
He didn't leave
First
him
of all, it
open.
should
That's
have never
Kyrie
got to
Irving
game
creating the
seven.
space. That's
Right.
Kyrie Irving
But
creating
it
the
should have
space.
never went to game seven. Remember, Golden State was up 3-1 in that series.
That
And they
whole
lost it.
series got that whole series got
I
changed
remember
around when Draymond got suspended after Game 5.
Yes, he did. And that was the craziest thing about that. Now, to continue to your list, Jared, I asked you this before the show because I'm guessing myself and Calubious are the minority. I've got Kobe too ahead of LeBron, and you could see LeBron breaking records
Kobe,
left and right. But Kobe, clutch, best clutch player I've not named Michael that I've ever seen.
hmm
Um, I agree with you that Michael Jeffrey Jordan is number one, but Kobe Bryant for me is number two because how many times did the Lakers look? Hope,
he's coming back. He's good.
okay. How many
He's right
times did
there.
we see Kobe team who rescued him? He did. He did. He did. I mean, took him away from us way too young. Um,
Way too early.
rest in honor. But and you got who else you got in there? All right, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Look, skyhook's one of the prettiest shots in basketball that I've ever seen. That was just like it was like he would embarrass Parrish and McHale every time he'd go up with that because he knew his length. He was 7'2" and every bit of 7'2". He knew his length was going to always get that shot no matter what. And Kareem was a rebounding fool too. If you remember, he wasn't the girthiest dude. He wasn't the widest dude. He was just long, and he
Yep.
used that to create you know, opportunities to get boards, and he did a lot of damage. And look, it's easy when you got Magic facilitating going inside to you, and all that stuff. And the Lakers were an all-star team back in those days. Those Laker teams were all-star
It
teams.
was the
James
Showtime
Worthy.
Lakers, man. Yeah.
I mean, they were Showtime. They were
Yep.
James Worthy, Big Game James, Magic, Kareem,
Hmm.
Byron Scott was a really, really good player back in those days. Um, you're top five, except for Curry. That's the only point of contention is Steph Curry. I don't hate Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry
No.
has done great things. I just don't feel like he's top five. I think Magic needs to be there ahead of him, but that's just my opinion.
Agreed.
It it probably helps that Steph Curry is my favorite basketball player. So
Okay.
that just is just at that is point. But I do think Steph Curry is better than Magic Johnson because of how influential he has actually like just changed the whole entire game. Like if you look before Steph Curry,
Hmm.
there was which I think now, but because all they do is shoot threes, it's just everyone's a 3 and D guard at this point. Even Jokic is a
Hmm.
3 and D guard. Like they're not doing anything. It's just throw it to the corner, shoot, you miss whatever the other.
Right. Mr. Calubious, my man. I do like your list. I disagree with a couple of them, as you know, but that's all
Yeah.
good. All good.
For the most
It's
part,
all good.
it's a solid. For the most part, it's a solid list. For the
Yeah.
most part, there's a few points
Yeah.
of contention, but for the most part, you did a great job, Calubius, putting this thing together. Great research, great, banter. I mean, that's cool. And for somebody, you're wise beyond your years, young man. Keep doing what you do. Keep showing that passion.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Calubious, man. Thank you for joining us. It was a fun debate. And we'll have you back on in the future again, Calubious. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you too. Have a great
All right.
rest of your
All
night.
right,
Thank
Yes,
you
you
again for
do.
sir.
having me on.
You're welcome. The
That
one and
says
only
you would,
Calubious. The one and
and
only
somebody was
Calubious.
telling you about hockey. I was like, man, you forgot one dude, Mario Lemieux, dog.
No, I said the two in Pittsburgh. I
Yeah,
couldn't think of their
Sidney
names.
Crosby and
Yes,
Sidney
Sid
Crosby and
Crosby and
Mario.
Mary Lemieux.
And you
I
mentioned
couldn't
Ovechkin, and the Ranger you forgot was Brian Leach, but he
Brian
wasn't even the
Leach.
best Ranger. He wasn't
He
even the
wasn't.
best Ranger.
Mark
And we
Messier.
forgot
Mark
about Mark
Messier, right?
Messier. Yes, dude, I go back. I'm a hockey guy too. You know, and then the new sensation, Austin Matthews for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, since all that, but this was a fun debate. It really was. Uh,
It really was.
you
It
know,
really was a fun
and
debate. I don't know where the hell VK at. I mean, but
I wanted to hear his opinion and be like, well, I really wanted him
yeah.
for what we're going to talk about here in a few minutes, but
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going next.
Well, where I'm going next is um we're gonna take a commercial break
Let's
in
do
about a
that.
minute or two, and then we're
Okay.
gonna go to about Blake Dean, and then we're gonna go to the two high school football hirings that happened at
Mhm.
Thibodeau and at Estruma. We're gonna do that. But back to Calubius right quick, man. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Was.
Yeah, it was very fun. And like I said, Calubius he knows some things about sports. You might look at him and think he's a little kid. He don't know much, but when you sit down
Nah,
and actually talk to Calubius about sports, man, he actually knows a lot.
he
And
brings it.
yeah, he brings it, man. And he wanted to do this for a very, very long
Yep.
time. And we finally got time to actually get him on the show to do it. And when I saw the list, I was impressed with it. Yes, there were some people I disagree with that shouldn't be in the top 30, but that's every list from
That list,
anybody that make an NBA list. That's
you
everybody.
know,
Somebody gonna
you
disagree with
know,
something.
you know what the embodiment of that list tells me? He works hard and trying to perfect his craft.
That's right.
That's what
That's right.
that's what that tells me.
Yeah.
When you can put that list at that age, okay, and really just extol the virtues of passion and really back your stuff up. Look, he he backed his
Oh
points
yeah,
up,
you're
and
right.
that's
Yes.
he was
Yes.
prepared. There are people his age that will make a list just to make a list and sound like a complete
Hmm.
buffoon. But that young man,
Yeah.
he's He's got to, if he could keep going, it might, and look, we're not experts. We're the same as him. We're passionate about what we do. We love
Correct.
what we do. But that being said, if he keeps going, huh, pretty soon down the line, that future's looking really nice.
That's right. Take a VK spot.
Ah, fire BK Jones. Yeah, there you go. He won't put no Dunhams or Kentwoods in the top five, would he? I don't
No,
think
he
so.
won't. He
Not at
won't.
all. And
Oh man.
I have an interesting proposition for VK, and I wish he was here tonight. When we gave out our first top fives last night for girls and boys basketball,
Yeah.
What's the over under on how many weeks before VK puts an outrageous top five a team? What's the
I,
over
I
under? How many top
I'll
fives
let
is it going to take?
look. I'll let Austin Tyler
Yeah, let's let
put
him
that.
make that
Yeah,
decision.
Austin make that decision. Like how many
Yeah,
weeks?
let's let him do it because
But
he tracks
we're
it
gonna.
further than we do, but we do too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we come back.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Blake Dean at UNO, stepping down as the baseball coach, and we talk about like I said, the two hirings of head coaches. We talked about one yesterday, and now we got two others to talk about right here on the Hash It Out Show.
Hey y'all, this is Jen Hale from Fox Sports. You're watching the Hash It Out Show with JB the Sports Guy, VK Jones, and George Pepis.
Are you in need of a new windshield? Leo Autoglass can help. For 20 years, Leo Autoglass have been servicing the New Orleans area with windshield replacement and auto glass repair. Give them a call today, 504 301 8353.
Green Law Firm is a full-service law firm specializing in personal injury, criminal law, successions, and family law. With over 25 years of experience, the Green Law Firm continues to provide efficient, competitive, and effective representation to clients throughout the state of Louisiana and all across the nation. Consultations are free. If you're looking for results, call the Green Law Firm at 504-328-3990. That's 504-328-3990, located at 931 Westwood Drive, Suite B in Marrero, Louisiana. The Green Law Firm.
Did you experience storm damage from Hurricane Francine? Barretto Home Solutions can help. You can give them a call at 504 940 7552. And welcome back to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB the Sports Guy, joined by George Pepis. And George Pepis, Blake Dean was the head coach, the manager of the Privateers baseball team. He recently stepped down. I'll let you talk more about it because you really know more about it than I do.
Well, I mean, by virtue of my little brother, Emmanuel Pepis, who is the play-by-play voice of the UNO baseball privateers. So he has more of the inroads and some of the things that about Blake resign, he's going into the private sector. It is not for to stay in baseball. He is going into to the private sector. Um, he will be greatly missed at UNO. Did a lot of great things there. 260 plus wins, two conference championship appearances. The one regret is that he couldn't get UNO over the hump to get to the NCAA tournament. They've been close agonizingly. Like I said, the two title games, and there were other teams that had chances to really be in that number, and they just couldn't get it. But he won a lot there. He created a culture that demanded excellence and won. And Blake Dean, y'all remember him at LSU. He was so clutch at LSU. Remember what with those runs with Skip Bertman's Tigers, and they won a couple of titles with him there. He was one of the better clutch players they had on that roster. And you could ask Skip Bertman, and he will tell you that straight away. He will tell you that straight away. Blake Dean's a guy that, if in a situation I need a hit, he's coming up. He's going up there. Not as a UNO coach, it was a tenure. Now he's being replaced by Dax Norris. I'm not. It sounds like it's interim for this year, but Dax has been the pitching coach at UNO for the last couple of years. He is now going to step in as the manager, as the coach of this team. Oh,
Now go ahead. You good?
No, I saw the hand go up. I was like, I thought we were about to be
Now
joined, but
you about to see you about to see why in a second. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
all right. I thought the mastodon was going to join us, VK, but
Yeah, he about to.
I hear you. Oh boy, this ought to be interesting. But no, Jared, and you could agree. I mean, Blake Dean was a great player at LSU and pretty good coach at UNO. Really good coach. Won a lot there. Uh, but I talked to Emmanuel tonight, and basically, I peppered him with questions about Dax because I don't know the man personally. Know, again, Emmanuel is the voice of the Privateers baseball as far as character and demanding excellence and all that. So they're really not going to speak with Dax in charge. And I less than against West Georgia, 3 game set on the road. And I don't know who West Georgia is. It's not them. It's directional Georgia. So that's who they open with. But they're going to be an interesting commodity to see what they bring and how this approach is with Dax Norris. But if there's a UNO Hall of Fame or something, Blake Dean needs to be in it for UNO for what he did as manager. Because remember, he took over when they were in transition, possibly getting out of Division 1 back in those years. They were just coming out of that, and he won a lot, and he did a great job, and he's going to be sorely missed.
All right. Um, I wonder if VK had a game today or something. I don't know. He usually let me know when he might not be able to make it or something. I don't know. He's very tardy today. Hey VK, man, what in the world? You all right, dog? You tired? You can't see what's going on?
I had a game tonight. I was I thought you looked at the schedule. I did tell you we had 3 games this week coming up.
I thought you said a triple header on Friday. That's all I knew on
Oh
Friday.
yeah, we had. I told you we had a Monday. We had games Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah, man.
yeah,
You
we
all
had a game.
right, bro? Man, did y'all win it? Y'all lost?
Long. It was a long. It was like a long day. I've been
And your face
working,
your
and
face says it all, bro.
I'm well on the JV side we did win.
Okay, here we
We
go.
won big,
Bounce
but
back.
varsity we just came up short.
Gotcha, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So, you know about Blake Dean. What you want to say about Blake Dean stepping down as UNO head coach?
Well, this is a tough. Yeah, when I heard about it yesterday, it was really a tough day for you and at UNO. But at the same time, I mean, what a great job Blake has done. I mean, all around great guy. I mean, he's been on our show before. Hopefully, we want to try to have him on again to talk about his career a bit, and not just that, to talk about you know everything else. But he's been like I mentioned, he really turned around his UNO program. And I remember in the beginning when he took over, and me and Jude Young and Emmanuel Peppers was talking about the time he took over for Ron Maestri and
Right.
the way things was going and everything. I was like, he's doing well, and I'm like, I like how they're playing, and I was like, they better lock him down. They better keep him there for a while because I'm like, this is some good consistency.
Yeah.
So a lot of great consistency from the UNO program through Blake, and he really had a good heart, and he really liked UNO, liked the background, liked the atmosphere. So but we just and it's not surprising the situation why he's moving on and everything else, because he talked about it before, even on the interview with us. He even on the interview on the Hash It Out show that he always talks about his family.
Yeah.
And his family is very, very important to him. I remember last year when UNO played at Nichols when I did the broadcast for ESPN Plus, and me and Blake was talking for a second, then all of a sudden he had to take a phone call from his loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to him to talk to his kids before he even goes out and coach. So family is very, very important, and I knew he wanted to try to get in a situation that would be sufficient, not just for him, but for his family. So, but I wish him the best going forward. And yeah, I agree with George. He's going to be very, very missed. and I'm hoping the UNO Privateers hope that they can kind of be inspired of everything that Blake has done for that program and try to really have an outstanding year this year. But what a time for that to even happen a couple weeks before the first pitch. So, but sometimes life happens and that's how it goes, but Blake Dean, very good guy, and brought some consistency at UNO for the first time in a long, long time. We just didn't know what UNO would be, especially the years after Tom Walter left the program, and things were starting to go downhill. And then all of a sudden, Ron Main Street kind of saved things a little bit with the program, but then Blake Dean took over and really catapult UNO back in the fold in baseball.
Just a suggestion. You talk about having Blake Dean on, when? Do Legends Month in July. And we could get him on in during Legends Month. Just a thought.
Good point.
That could
Good
be
point.
so.
Good
That
point.
could be some. Or just have him in the summer period. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just to really talk on that. Because there's a bunch of guests we're definitely going. Because I know Sean Dumas is another we got to have part two. But
Part two.
Part two, yes,
but
sir.
Sean
def-
Dumas part
yeah,
two.
yeah, that'll be one of them. But we're definitely gonna have Blake Dean once again because he's got some great stories, not
Great
just
interview.
like from the LSU days, but also he can definitely talk some stories in the UNO days, especially the days of the conference tournaments and stuff like that.
All right. Topic number 2. Lowell Narcisse. First year as a head coach, took Ascension Catholic to the semifinals of the Division Four Select Playoffs. They came up short to Washita Christian, but Lowell Narcisse is now the head coach at a new school, and that is Thibodeau High School. So, man, I'll go first. Congratulations to Coach Narcisse. You know, your first season at Ascension Catholic showed what you could do, and now you're being rewarded for what you did by now being the head coach at Thibodeau. Your thoughts on that, George Peppers?
Well, no, Cease is going to do great things at Thibodeau. And by the way, they're not a River Parish school. Just saying. Um, I saw the chat earlier. So, but no, Lowell Narcisse had the one great year at Ascension, got them to a semifinal and lost to the
State
state
runner up.
runners up. That's right. Yeah, state runner up because Remain Catholic popped them. That's right. Okay. I just had to make sure. But when you do what he did in 1 year's time and you go up in class to Thibodeau is teased at improvement. They just Drain Transclair could never really get him over the hump, and Thibodeau decided to go in another direction. They could have gone with the more proven commodity VK, but they went with a guy that they think and they believe can do great things with higher echelon talent at Thibodeau. I think this is a great hire for Thibodeau, and I think you're going to be, and this is going to be really stretching. But it's Lorio, the coach, when they won their
Yes, Dennis Lorio.
He's like,
That's it.
yeah, this could be one roads in a tough district, with Destrehan and all them people. Uh, they're not having Coach Narcisse. I think he's going to do great. The alumni and the fan base has to give him a little bit of time. Let him go to work, put the hard hat on, get the lunch pail. Let's go to work and see what they can do. I think they got a chance to really do some things.
VK?
Yeah, I really think that this is big for Coach Narcisse, and you could just tell that his redemption story is continuing. From a player to transition as a coach and everything else. Like you remember, he was a quarterback at St. James, and all of a sudden injuries kind of hampered him, and he
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
went to a couple of colleges to try to play college football. But for him to still get his degree, for him to work his way through a couple of programs and to get a head coaching job at a very good and consistent program in the Ascension Catholic, and eventually and actually lost to the state champions. Let's correct that. Vermilion Catholic beat Washington Christian by 33-21. So they lost to the state champs. So
We said Ascension
actually,
Catholic.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we
You're
said
right.
Ascension Catholic lost to Washington
Washington
Christian.
Christian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you said Vermilion Catholic. So I heard Vermilion Catholic. That's what I heard.
Fire him,
I didn't
JB.
say I
Fire
didn't
him.
hear Washington Christian.
I know, right?
No, no. One of y'all says y'all. One of y'all said
Yeah,
Vermilion Catholic. Y'all
no, I
didn't say
said
it.
Vermilion Catholic. That Washington Christian went on to play Vermilion Catholic.
They did.
That's what he
They
said.
did. Okay. Okay.
To beat
We good.
us.
Right. 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 Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. We good. We good. That's
That's
what
what we
you.
said.
Okay. Okay. Good clarification. All right. But regardless of the fact, man, this is great for Narcisse, man. I mean, he continues to thrive in life. He continues to win in life, and I think he's gonna do great up in Thibodeau and try to really bring back the Tigers program, who's been through a lot of transition, whole lot of transition, and they're hoping to get a lot more consistency from Narcisse. So I wish Lowell Narcisse the best coming now to Thibodeau High. And I think it might be a little more of a resource out there. We'll see. There's options wherever you go. But at the same time, I wish him the best, and I think he might do well at Thibodeau.
All right. Last topic before we go for tonight. Yesterday on this show, we talked about Brian Glover resigning from East Jefferson High School as their football coach. Well, just several hours later, Brian Glover has been hired as the new head football coach of East Struma High School. And Robin Fambro of the Advocate, the Baton Rouge Advocate, was the first to report this. So I sent Coach Glover a text saying, "Congratulations. I just read in the article that you were hired at Instrument. So congratulations." And he texts back. He said, "Man, I just got the job. It's in the article already." I was like, "Yeah, bro. It's already out there. It's done." And he thanked us for what we do and everything. So I just wanted to congratulate him personally. And I wish him the best moving forward at Struma. And I think you guys also wish the same, right, VK?
Absolutely. Hearing that news was very, very big for me. Uh, I think he has earned this position, and I think I think he's gonna be at the right place at the right time. I think this is a good administration that's over at Estruma, and it wasn't surprising that Sid Edwards was probably on the way out anyway. But at the same time, he was trying to set things up for hopefully the next guy to take over, and you know, big ups to him, man. And he was saying that it got out there fast, but you got to think this is Baton Rouge football, and the Struma was back in the day was one of them big football programs in Baton Rouge.
Mhm.
That's right.
So it's kind of a hotbed, and they're coming back. So I think Glover's gonna do some good things. The only thing he's got to adjust to a brand new area, and he's got to make that
Well,
adjustment.
he's actually from Catholic Point Coupe.
Really?
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
native of Catholic Point Coupe.
okay, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was from New Orleans somewhere.
mm-mm.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
So he's more familiar than we thought.
that's right.
So well, we're gonna see what happens, man. Hopefully he could do well, but he knows deep down that Baton Rouge area is really, really tough. So he's going to have to really step his game up. But very, very happy for Coach Glover to get a head coaching job that quick and fast. That's a blessing there.
George Peppers.
The reason that job came open, Sid Edwards won the mayor's race, didn't he? In Baton Rouge.
That's correct.
That's
Yeah,
why this job
Yeah.
is open. Because we saw Instruma in the playoffs against Haynes Academy, and
correct.
they beat the dog. They beat them up pretty good. Got to a state quarterfinal. Don't remember who put them out.
Madison
Um,
Prep, 1 point.
Madison Pratt, right, by a point. Um, so this is to take. You know, this vacancy was open, and none of them, and none of those vacancies have been filled yet. John Everett, Riverdale, Bonneville, EJ. None of those vacancies have been filled.
Hmm.
Brian Glover, health reasons, at East Jeff, and now he goes to Struma. And Struma of getting, how can I say it, dome caliber. They're on the cusp. They're not there yet. We saw hints and signs of that when they whipped and then they Madison took it to the last. So there's a great hire by Struma. And going to come there, feet planted, ready to run. You can bet that is going to be a well prepared program each and every week. And obviously, we follow programs. I'm going to keep my eye on closer because I want to see how that program responds to his style of coaching. I saw him against Riverdale in that de facto, I was about to say conference championship, but district championship, and how they won and what he told us after that game, how reserved and how humble he was and happy for the kids, but and that's what he's going to bring to Estruma. High quality, it's going to be very good.
And then
Definitely.
you have to think.
Thank you, Austin.
Then you had to think. Is Struma? I'm gonna tell you straight up. It. Who knows? Is Struma could be Central next year because they're
Could be.
returning a lot of people next year.
They,
I'm not saying
they
could.
don't.
It might. Yeah, they was pretty young this year, so this could be Central Baton Rouge next year because they when we seen how young they were, I'm like, bruh,
You saw
like
tens and nines on that
Struma, you can
roster.
say is back on the map. To
You
to
saw.
be honest, I
Mhm.
hate to. I can say it right now. Struma's back. It took them a while. School shut down. They got back up, and I think now the last couple years, they've been up and down, but now I think they're really back. I think that program is back.
I'm gonna say something that VK would say. Like we could say some like somebody might be back at VK. Like, hold up, when they play this team and this team, they gotta show me. Then I'll say they back. I'm not saying this Struma is back yet, but I
They're
think they're
close.
on the rise of where they used to be many years ago. I
Hmm.
think they're climbing that ladder to get back to where it used to be. So look, a quarterfinal team last year. We'll see. We'll see. Look, this is
And
like Shaw. Shaw was quarterfinal, then semifinal, and then to the
a
dome and won
champion.
it. This might be steps in
Now,
the same way that Shaw went with this
in
Estruma
the
team
landscape, in the landscape of Division Two, Shaw is the reigning champion. Y'all gonna replace a lot off this team.
on
You know,
offense. Yeah,
some impactful offensive pieces are gone. So the opportunity and the window is there for a team like Estruma to take that quantum leap. Are they there yet? They're close. I'm not
They,
gonna say
they
they're there, but they are on the doorstep. They're raising their hand to knock at the door, or maybe they're just gonna kick the bad boy in. But
this
we saw a tens, nines, 11s. We didn't see a lot of 12s on that roster this year, did we?
right, not a lot, and
So
like I said, like the year, like I said about Baton Rouge Central, the year before they got to the state quarters. And they return a lot of those players the next year, and look what happens. They won the state
smoke
title.
rusted. Yep.
So this might be similar. We'll see. But it's Struma, that's a lot of experience coming back. And they're going to be loaded for bear, especially in a more tougher district than we thought. So who knows? And I think what I heard about Plaquemine, they're young as well. So that district is something to watch out for next season.
definitely. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close this show. Oh, there is one thing I did want to say, man. That I found out last Friday. Um, Coach Cheddar is no longer the head coach at Country Day for football.
Oh,
So I don't know if he stepped down or they let him go or there's a mutual agreement. I don't know. But
We're gonna have to
Coach,
look into that.
yeah, Coach Cheddar, man, and Coach Cheddar's a good guy, man. He's a real, real good
Yes,
guy. So
yes.
that kind of shocked me.
enthusiastic,
Yeah, it kind of shocked me.
but
So I don't know everything that went into it. I don't know, but that's what I was told.
I don't know what.
It just shocked me because Coach Cheddar's a great guy, man, and I didn't see
Agree.
that coming either, man. I didn't see that
That
coming.
came from left field, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I'm
This,
gonna
this,
say
this.
this.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Austin Tyler put in the chat that VK is interviewing for that country day job.
Yes, he
So
did.
maybe yeah. Just, so we need to know, sir, what's going on.
Nah, nah. Yeah,
None of that.
I wish, but nah.
Hmm.
But this is as shocking as what happened with Country Day and Joe Chango.
Hmm.
That was a shock to the system itself. But
Hmm.
this is another one there. So hey, I don't know what happened with that one. There was some kind of difficulty with Country Day and Chango with certain things behind the scenes with that because and I think Coach Cheddar did the best he can and very enthusiastic trying to keep Country Day's football program consistent and everything else.
Hmm.
The Chango one was a lot more shocking because the fact of the matter is Chango had Country Day steps away from state title status.
Yeah.
So we wish Coach Chango the best. I'm not saying Coach Cheddar the best, man.
Yeah,
Coach Cheddar, what I'm saying he's all around good guy, so we wish him the best wherever he goes.
definitely. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for tonight. For next week, here we go. Listen to me carefully. Next week, we were supposed to just have a show on Wednesday. Now we may have two shows, Tuesday and Wednesday. We will see. Depends on the weather. I was supposed to be somewhere Tuesday, and now I don't know. We shall see. Because they talk about we will have a chance of
No.
snow. Yeah, a chance of snow here in
Yeah,
New
I
Orleans.
saw that.
I gotta wait to see this. So if there's a chance of snow and all that coldness and freeziness and ice on the ground, um,
Is it
I'm gonna stay
Tuesday?
for Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Okay, so Monday we should be fine.
No, that's when the cold starts to set in. But Tuesday,
Monday ain't no ain't nothing. No, Monday, no. We gonna just relax, enjoy. You got your thing you gotta do. Yeah, we ain't having no show Monday. No.
No,
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 and we
Tuesday.
got the
I
national
was worried about
championship Monday.
That's
I
right.
was worried about the
Oh yeah, we'll
MLK
get to
the
that.
MLK Classic. Yeah.
No. So Tuesday we'll see there are a bunch of basketball games going around Tuesday, and they might cancel it due to this snow or whatever. We'll see. I don't know. But just bear with us. And I'm gonna let these two guys know if we have a show Tuesday or not. Definitely show on Wednesday, but we'll see Tuesday. I don't know yet. National championship picks.
Mm.
I am going with Notre Dame. That's who I want to win. That's who I want to win. Ohio State probably the way they've been playing might pull this off, but Marcus Freeman got a good defense. Forget it. I'm going with Notre Dame, baby. That's who I'm going with. Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. Yeah, I'm gonna be in my Fighting Irish hat and shirt on Monday. Yeah, I got a Fighting Irish
Ooh.
hat and shirt when Logan Diggs played there. That's my cousin. You didn't know that? Logan Diggs is my cousin. So yeah, that's the only Notre Dame gear I ever had in my life. Because I'm not really a fan of Notre Dame, but I'm going for him this time. Notre Dame. That's right. Because Marcus Freeman, who checked up on my cousin Logan Diggs when he was hurt. Yes, right. That's right. Fighting Irish. Who you got, George Peppers?
So now he recognizes defense, BK. 2 rounds ago, oh, they got no shot against Georgia. They got no shot. Georgia gonna bust them. SEC, get out the way. I told y'all Notre Dame was gonna bust that tail, and they did. That was a month-long prediction. And they shouldn't have won against Penn State, but James Franklin did everything they could to lose that game. They had that game. They should have had that game in bed at halftime, but they didn't. Notre Dame is here, and I picked them on an ESPN bracket to get to the final against, well, scoot the pooch there with Oregon, thinking, the oversell of the century, and they failed to deliver. Ohio State, Notre Dame. But as a Michigan fan, this is my worst nightmare. Two teams
Go
that are
ahead.
my biggest rivals. Ohio State, obviously in the conference. Notre Dame, for years, we've been back and forth. Michigan's been back and forth with them. But as far as the game, the way that and my dad and I talked about this game this morning as I was going to work. I told him, I said, the biggest key is how Notre Dame's defense starts early. If they're able to manifest some stops and kind of neutralize, you're not going to stop Jeremiah Smith and Emeka and you got Quinshawn Jenkins and Trayvon Henderson. That's a lot of talent in that offensive backfield and on the perimeter. Notre Dame's going to have to play the defensive game of a lifetime to win. Can they win? They absolutely can. Why? Because that standard of excellence that they talk about has really manifested itself. Will they win? I don't, I get where you're going with the enthusiasm, Jared, but and Notre Dame, but Vegas is telling you Ohio State is an 8.5, 9 point favorite. Some books, whatever you're looking at, and they're telling you that based on what two blowouts. And say what you want about what happened in the semifinal. To all you Buckeye apologists, y'all check yourselves out because y'all know damn well 2nd and 1 at the 1 yard line. No coach worth his grain of salt calls a toss. That game could have finished very differently if they go pound the pill 21-21 and come at me if you think Ohio State still wins that game. Maybe they don't. That is a subjective argument. I am going to pick Ohio State to win. I shouldn't. No, you know what? The hell with that. The day I pick Ohio State to win any championship, no, I'm going Notre Dame. I'm on with you, JB. I'm going to go Notre Dame because defense carries, and the
Yeah.
game is indoors. It's in Atlanta, so we're not worried about weather as far as inclement and all that stuff, cold, snow. We're not worried about that because it's an indoor stadium. VK, I am going with Notre Dame and Austin Tyler coming out the woodwork. Here we go. Look at him. Yeah, you pat yourself on the back. Y'all two clowns, pat yourselves on the back because
I
y'all
mean,
know
he all on
y'all were
BK
lucky.
side all of a sudden, man. He was never
Uh,
like this. Now he
yeah,
on BK
not during
side.
the whole prep season. This dude now he's on VK's feet.
Yeah, you see that, huh?
What's going on with that?
Man.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean,
I'm like this, man. It's all to the good, man. Look. I'm like this. We
Epic.
had to be we had to be real, and like we said,
Mhm.
this is not the year for the SEC, and we was right. Come back next year, and I know they're gonna be. I know the SEC gonna be stronger than ever next year. So this just not the year to win it. Not this year. Now this game here is gonna be very interesting in itself. Both teams are good. Ohio State has really, really been outstanding. And like I said, against Texas, you know what I'm saying? Even with that toss and everything else, like that wasn't a good play call, but at the same time, are there chances they're gonna pound the paint and get in the end zone? Because the first play they got stuffed and they sent in 9-10 in the box.
Yeah, but your percentages are much higher running in that straight line from the 1 yard line to score than a freaking toss play that changed
Okay.
everything.
Now I'm gonna ask you this. I get it. I'm gonna ask you this. If they pound it again and they get stuffed, what happens?
You can next play do a play action pass, and then you can run it again on 4th down. Don't matter. You on the 1 yard line. You just need a yard.
Okay.
That's not hard.
Okay.
It's big
Okay.
boy football.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, I just asked. I just asked.
You
But
running a freaking toss play.
hmm,
Jesus Christ. Run a toss play 20 yards away or on the other side of the field
hmm.
where you got space. You got no space right there to run a toss play.
we
Oh,
we
dumb.
we all know that I guess Sark is
Yeah.
not that guy as a coach, and then
No,
Penn State could have.
he's a great offensive mind, but that was a bad play call. Salk is a great offensive mind. Trust me, him,
I think he
Lane
coached.
Kiffin, they are great offensive minds, but that
He
play call there, that was horrible.
that would-
But
that
when it
he
but when it
look
come
check.
down to it, when
Mhm.
it come down to it, I feel he's a great offensive line. But when it come down to it, when it come down to critical decisions, critical stuff,
Uh, I'm not
Sark
gonna I'm not gonna
Sark
say
might
that
not
either.
be. Just
I'm not
saying.
not gonna say that. I mean, the dude done got the two consecutive semifinals. He's done it 2 consecutive years, but that play call there to me was the worst play call Salk has ever made.
But then
Ever.
even but then even with that, you know, Texas and Texas ain't had no killer instinct, and that's on Salk itself. No
No, no,
way. If
they
you're that
they
better of a
they
team,
they
you
down.
need to knock teams out. Knock
BK,
them the hell out.
BK, hold on,
That's
they
just
hold
what it
on.
is.
This is like I said, the Arizona State game, they got up big and they got big headed. I said that wouldn't happen with Ohio State. They are down 7 with a 2nd and 1 at the 1-yard line. They are in the game. They score. He might go for 2. He might go for 1 and say, let's play overtime. Run the
But
toss
then
play, then the next
You know
play,
what?
Ewers gets hit from behind a fumble, and Sawyer runs it back for a touchdown.
You know what sequence doomed Texas? Not the 2nd and 1. Right before halftime, when they tied the game, they give up the 75-yard pass play to Trevon Henderson.
I don't think
How
that
do you?
doomed him. I
They
think that toss play
defended that
doomed him.
play horribly,
Yes, they did.
horribly.
They did defend it horribly. I agree. But Texas came back out, scored. Ohio State scored, went up by 7, and Texas was driving and got to the 1-yard line. I don't
It
think
should have got in.
I don't think Henderson's play was the doom. I think that toss play was the doom. They lost
Mhm.
7 yards off that toss play from the one
And
yard
the
line
next,
to the 8-yard line. Then the next play, Ewers gets hit from behind,
Zach
strip sack,
Sawyer,
fumble, pick up
scoop and
scoop
score.
6.
Yep.
and then you look at the other side with Penn State. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but it didn't. And Drew Allen, just like Sam Donald, went
Ain't
back
that
to who
dude?
he is. And that's what it is. I see the improvement, but I need to complete. You got to complete the growth, baby. When you don't complete the growth, the little bitty things come back. And that's what
Okay.
happened. Drew
VK,
Allen, he's just not that guy. That's
Yeah,
all it
BK, who
who,
you
is.
picking? Who you picking to
who
win,
you
man?
picking?
Yeah,
Who I'm picking? Notre
yeah,
Dame,
Yeah.
I'm picking. Plain and simple,
Austin.
close
Okay.
ball game. Plain and simple, close ball game. MLK Day. Then on top of that, Marcus Freeman gets his ultimate payback to his alma mater, wins a national championship for the first time since '88 for Notre Dame. Power to the people. That's all I got to say about that. Notre Dame, national champions.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we may be back
Hey,
Tuesday, but we definitely here Wednesday. Make sure you all tune in to the Hash It Out show. Um, Thank everybody for joining us tonight. Everybody from Central Private High School, thank y'all for joining us, man. I saw all the remarks with y'all clowning George the way y'all clown George. Good God, my God, I just
Central Private.
that's the school
That's where
Calubious goes
Calubius
to.
goes to school.
Yes, and a lot of his friends
Oh,
were in the. When you get a chance, go back and watch the show and
Yeah,
look
go
at the
back and watch
comments
it.
on the.
Go watch the playback,
Look at the
VK.
comments. They clown George, bro.
oh
Because of my
no.
hairline. Because of my new hairline.
His
That's why.
hairline and his nose. Somebody
Oh,
said George's face gives the middle finger. It's about his nose.
oh my God. I'm
These
about to go
hands.
back.
What's that old saying? These hands are rated E for everyone. I'm kidding.
No, not for
Oh,
I'm
not for no
kidding.
minors, George.
no,
No,
I
not for
know.
those
no,
I'm
kids.
not
kidding.
for no
Not
minors.
for
I
kids.
know. I'm just
No.
joking. I know. But
Oh
so we're
man,
all on Notre Dame, right? For
they
the
were having
Natty.
they were having fun,
Yes.
man. Goodness gracious,
Okay.
man. I gotta remember high schoolers gonna come and do this stuff. I have to remember this, man.
Me
God,
too. It's a different breed of high schoolers than what we used
yeah,
to do.
It,
man.
we got all kind of audiences now.
It's a
And,
good thing.
Yeah.
yes, it's a great thing. But then also we got not just the fans of these high schools and colleges. Now we got the youngsters that tune in and wants to check us out, everything. But sometimes they come with that heat, and we gotta know when to chill.
BK, I got to tell
Yeah,
you.
sometimes I gotta know when to chill them, put some of them in timeout. I got a little button,
Exactly.
put them in YouTube
BK,
timeout,
Block,
whatever.
I'm
block
gonna
time.
VK, I'm gonna repeat this from earlier that I said before we let Calubius go. When you go back and watch the playback, forget the clowning and all that stuff. For a 15-year-old kid to be prepared as he was and to give great opinions of his stance and stand on all 10. That young man, when you watch this playback, VK, you're going to be very impressed with him. His preparation, his delivery, he did great tonight. You will
He
see
did.
this on the playback.
I think it would not surprise me because meeting him in person and having a nice conversation with him and JB, I was very, very intrigued because I was like, seeing like Calubious is a smart kid. He knows a little
Yeah.
something. I had to tell Jared that. I was like, kid knows some stuff. I like this kid.
Might have to
So
have him
I'm
take your
I'm
place
gonna
next year.
definitely check out the playback because I think it would not surprise me to see, how good he is. George, get the pain.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this show. Like I said, we may
Let's
be
go.
on Tuesday. It depends on the weather situation and everything else. But we definitely on Wednesday. We're gonna work on getting some guests. The guests that I do want to get for sure for Wednesday, if he doesn't have a game that day, is Corbin Forges from Douglas High School. And I do have a question that I have to ask him. And I have to ask that question, guys, not y'all. I got to ask that 2001 state semifinals question. I have to.
Of course he's gonna ask that question.
Yes, I will. I have
And I'm
to.
still mad to that day for that game.
Be
This
mad.
is what it is.
Be mad. Nah,
Of course.
nah. The one that really should be
Mhm.
mad is George. That's his school.
And y'all wasn't supposed to win that day, but y'all
Hey,
did.
but we did. Nah,
Y'all did.
near the
I'm not
banks.
saying you didn't. You
Near the
did.
banks. Near the
But you're
banks.
not supposed to win that day, but you
Yeah,
did.
hey, but we did. Near the banks. Anyway, guys, thank you for Calubious for joining us, for George Peppers, and for VK Jones. I am JB, the sports guy. Like I said, we may be back on Tuesday. That's a question mark. But we definitely back on Wednesday. Thank y'all for tuning in with us. Subscribe to JB the Sports Guy on YouTube. Subscribe to the Hash It Out Show on Facebook and on Instagram. Yes, subscribe to those pages, everybody. We thank y'all for joining us. Also, tell your friends to subscribe to us. We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all take care.
Hi, I'm Erica Randolph, head coach of the Hahnville Tigers boys basketball team, and
At Bayou AV Security, we are your one-stop shop for all your needs, whether it's enhancing your home entertainment system, securing your property, ensuring a seamless internet connection, or illuminating your outdoor spaces. We've got you covered. Bayou AV Security, where technology meets reliability. Call us today to experience the Bayou difference.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985 266 0664, and don't forget to ask about their 1 week free special. Feeling drained from the constant noise in your daily life? Immerse yourself in pure audio bliss with drums. Experience a world of crystal clear sound, free from distractions. Discover the ultimate relaxation and escape into an oasis of serenity. Grab yours today. drumsworld.com.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Metro New Orleans, then you're in the right place. Moe's Pizza has a great selection of Italian food that can satisfy your appetite, and they can also cater to your needs in any event. Give them a call at 504-341-9650 or log on to www.moespizzanola.com, located at 1112 Avenue H in West Wego, Louisiana. Moe's Pizza, Italians do it better.
All right, folks, as we kick off tonight's football game, let's take a moment to talk about something just as important as a winning playbook: your financial future. Kaylin Parker, a financial advisor with Magnolia Wealth Strategies, is here to help you stay financially fit off the field. From retirement and estate planning to investment management and even insurance needs, Kaylin Parker is here to help you. Reach out to Kaylin at 504-613-2161 or at cparker@financialguide.com. Thank you for watching the Hash It Out show. Please like,